What's going on, guys? We are back for another episode of Valdez Podcast here on the Foundation Devotional channel. So some
I
of you,
thought this was a different channel.
so I kind of messing with it, honestly. So we have our Valdez property channels, which I'll post on there too. But we have another channel that's a channel that I've grown, and it's actually doing really good over there. So I posted it on there too. So you can find us on either one. I don't know if one's gonna stop.
Are you gonna post on both?
I'm posting on both.
Oh.
So wherever you find us is where you find us.
There. I thought there was only like 3 people watching. That makes me kind of nervous.
No, the clips have been doing really well.
I don't want to know. Enjoying. Don't tell me.
So
if you see me in real life, don't tell me either.
she's like, I don't want to know. But today is actually a fun day. Today we're gonna talk about how we first met.
Last time not fun?
No. What we're gonna talk about? We're gonna reminisce about the good stuff.
Oh.
And some of the best stuff.
Okay, I feel like we did that last time.
I think we do that every time.
I'm like, okay.
So today it's how we met, our real story, the good, the hard, and the funny. There's a lot of funny. Don't you think I'm funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. So the reason being is because, again, one of the biggest things is that just like anything else, we act a certain way around people. We do certain things around people, but people don't really see the behind the scenes. And one of the main things, especially like with our marriage group, is that we're trying to let people know, we're trying to normalize that you don't have to have everything together, especially if you're watching this and you're planning on getting married. Being honest and real with each other. I feel with us being almost 15 years married, it's been 14 years this year. 3 years before that together. So in total, 17 years of my life. So I thought
waiting for the comment, the joke.
I thought it would be really good for us to share some of those things, some of the good things, some of the bad things, some of the things we would tell our younger selves. Okay. And hopefully it might encourage you guys to start thinking about these stuff, because I didn't think about any of this when I was proposing or doing any of this. I was just like, mine. That's all I wanted. That's all there was. So there's a lot that goes into it, but
okay.
I thought that'd be really fun. So one of the first things is, where were you in life when you met? I was a wreck. I think
Same.
You were too. So kind of a little backstory for me. I had finished high school. I went to SAC, which is San Antonio College here in San Antonio, for like one semester. I was going to do law enforcement. That didn't work out. After one semester, I was like, I am not gonna read a book. So yeah, and so I didn't do that. And then I was also interning at a church because I had just become a Christian at 18. Mm-hmm. So I thought easier way to be military, or like in law enforcement, was military. So I went to take my ASVAB. I got a 55, which is not great but not bad. I was going to be military police, and I was overweight. So my recruiter met with me 3 times a day for 2 months, and all I ate was crackers, tuna fish, and water. And I lost 50 pounds. Oh, cucumbers. Oh, I love cucumbers. I lost 50 pounds. No,
you don't like tuna so much anymore.
I think I ate too much of it.
Yeah.
I honestly think I ate too much of it. So,
I think so too.
But then I pretty much went to my test at like, so I passed my test. I went to my physical, and I was denied for being a half a pound overweight. Yeah. Half a pound overweight. They're like, you have to come back in like 6 months. I was like, 6 months? I'm wrecked now. Mm-hmm. So,
which is really telling, because you don't do disappointment.
I do not do rejection very well. Yeah. Which is why I do social media a lot for people to call me, and I don't go to them.
No, there's a lot of rejection on social media.
It's a little different for me though. Anyways, don't throw that in there. Made me start thinking about that.
Okay, no, there's not at all.
But pretty much that wrecked me. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I also broke up with a girlfriend before that too. Yeah.
You had a girlfriend?
Oh yeah. Before that, and so I also decided not to go to college to play in Kansas. Like, I was not gonna get like a full scholarship, but like we were going.
I thought you said yes.
Not a full scholarship. It was like, hey, come play for us. We'll partial scholarships, and you can come play. But it was in Kansas. We went to do like a walk tour. It was like a Mennonite school.
Kansas. What does Mennonite mean?
Mennonite's it's a different kind of Christianity. So it was a Mennonite school. It was like me and 6 other guys, and we fell asleep in the lecture class. We're all knocked out. But the thing that really stopped me from doing it was the distance, and it was freezing when we went. It was so cold, and so we're like, no, thank you. So Well, anyways,
you just described like 3 different careers in like a span of how many months since graduation? Like 3?
Yeah, something like that.
That's funny.
So, but then my youth pastor, I had went to church that night, and I was just kind of distraught. But I was like, I should probably go to church. So I went to church. I was in that victim mentality. I just wanted somebody to like acknowledge me and come like, it's okay, but I didn't want to tell them. So I kind of, yeah, I'm a man, and so I kind of just went and just kind of like stepped to myself, and everybody was playing basketball and stuff, and I was just like, nobody's coming to me to help, so I'm just like, I don't want to do this. So I just left. I was all crying in my in my car, and I'm driving away. Then my youth pastor called me, and he's like, hey, come back. And I was like, why? He's like, just come back. So I go back, and he's like,
before me. That's before you knew me.
That's before I knew you. And so this is why like I talk about this a lot, because I was like, there's a reason for everything. And so he told me to meet him at a place, to just meet him. He didn't tell me what was happening, what was going on. I have no idea what's going on. Mm-hmm. I end up going to Baptist University of Americas, and he was preaching that day, and I was sitting in the place, and he was just preaching, and he comes up to me and he's like, I think you can do this. And I was like, oh, okay, like I'm not gonna like, I have nothing else going on. And so he enrolled me that day. Like he took me to the place. He's like, hey, do this, do that, and he like walked me through enrollment and everything. Got me a grant. I didn't even know you can get a grant for school or anything like that. And yeah, I went to school at BUA, and that's where me and Sary met. We'll just talk more about that, but do you want to give a little bit of like your background leading up to BUA?
Yeah. So I grew up in the church, and I saw college as like, boy, if you already drank my coffee. What was I saying?
You grew up in the church, and boy, you already drank my coffee.
I was for the Lord.
The Lord.
No, so I grew up in the church, and I was in a little itty bitty town. I'd moved a lot in my, younger years, and I honestly just kind of was really excited to be on my own. I had talked about going to college and what that was going to be like, the traditional like journey. And I got accepted to quite a few different colleges, but I decided on Texas State, mainly because my best friend at the time.
San Marcos?
Mm-hmm. Oh. My best friend at the time, and I don't know, I honestly don't remember why I chose Texas State. But I just really wanted... No.
A boy.
No, I wasn't a boy.
Oh, I don't know, I'm just guessing.
I'm like, no. So yeah, Texas State. What was it? I wanted to be a journalist, and I wanted to be a magazine editor.
I remember that. Time. I remember you telling me
that. That was like why I wanted to go.
We're way off of that right now.
Just a little bit.
In New York, she wanted to go to New York and be an editor.
I love New York.
She was like Devil Wears Prada, like that type of. Like,
yeah. I like love fashion and more like anyways. Different types of fashion. There's different types of, but I love that. I loved the idea of doing that. So I was gonna go to Texas State for journalism, and then I ended up going to Texas State for a semester. And in this time, my parents were very strict with me, so I took this time to sow my wild oats. I was drinking a lot when I really wasn't drinking a lot before. You know what I mean? And there was nobody to tell me no. There was nobody to tell me that I had to go to church. There was nobody to, like, you know what I mean?
Didn't go to church?
No, I did. Oh. I showed up, like, still drunk, which
on
is really bad.
Sunday?
I know.
Heathen.
I know. Or super hungover. And then there would be times that I'd be like, you know what? I really don't want to go. Yeah. But somebody was picking me up because, like, I was a college student. So my parents had, like, somebody who had a church there, and they were like, can you pick up my kid and take him to church?
So you had to go. So if that wasn't there, you probably wouldn't have gone.
I probably wouldn't have. And I tried to join like an on-campus
like group.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I went like a couple of times, but I think I was just like, my parents were very strict with me. You wouldn't think about it now that, you see my sisters, because I feel like they really tried really hard with me. And then they got tired by the time Melissa came around. And then God was like, she's fine.
She'll figure it
She'll
out.
figure it out. So like I had a very different upbringing than my sisters. I was like they were very strict with me.
So they weren't strict with Melissa?
Though they were strict.
Do you feel like it was like strict, medium strict, not strict?
Yes. And then Melissa just didn't care. I care. I cared what my parents thought about me. I'm a very big people pleaser. So Melissa just was like, whatever. You know, that's just I love her for that. She's just like she's always been very independent. Like she doesn't really care. I kind of like feel like I envy her on that because like I for a really long time I let what other people think about me dictate like what I did, specifically my parents. So, anyways, I was on academic probation.
On the first semester?
At the start of my second semester.
I dropped out.
And I had some like an incident happen. I don't know if I want to talk about that specifically, but I had, an incident happen. It was very embarrassing. It was very humbling, and it was just like I withdrew from Texas State like before classes even started. My parents went to pick me up. I withdrew, and it just was like I didn't know what to do. They took me back. Like I wanted to come back home, but my mom and my dad stopped at BUA because Pastor David.
Oh,
he graduated from there. He went to
No way.
Baby, I told you this before.
No, but baby, this was like almost 20 years ago.
I've told you that like recently.
No, I don't know about that.
Anyways.
I also forget.
So him and his wife met there, and it was when it was seminary school.
Wow.
So he was there. He was like, why don't you just take her there? Like it's now an accredited university. So I withdrew from Texas State. And within like a couple of
like driving
hours,
back?
On the way back to Alex.
Like we're not taking you home. You're gonna drop
No. They didn't drop me off there. Like I went home for the weekend. Okay. But we like literally I withdrew from Texas State in the morning, and I was enrolling in BUA like by the afternoon time. And I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I didn't really like I just entered like the really big like depressive like moment. And that's why my mom was like, I don't want to force you, but you can't stay home. Like you just can't. You can't if you're home, you're just gonna get like depressed and you're not gonna leave or whatever. So, and I remember I was so depressed. She was like, I think you need to go shower. I was like, okay. So she, I went home. I stayed at home for a couple of days. And then by the weekend, like I think it was like a Monday or Tuesday. It was a Tuesday when they withdrew me. And then I was at BUA on Friday night. They had dropped me off. And most of my roommates weren't there. So it was just me and my other roommate. And it so happened that she was like getting a room to herself at first. So she had a big bed. And then they put my little twin mattress in there. So she had a queen and I had a twin. I
remember walking in there.
Because like that's all that they had. Because like that, that was their like there wasn't dorm rooms. It was like an apartment complex.
I did like them because so you would go and you walk in and then there was living room, kitchen, and then you split. Oh, sorry. You would split and there'd be like 2 rooms on each side. So they were actually really nice.
Yeah. And
nicer than anything I've been in.
It was a 4-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
So, and then there was 2 per bedroom. She just thought she was going to have like
her own room.
Her own. Nope. And she was like an older girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was not I was not cute. I was not in a good spot.
Well, that leads to the next question. Were you looking for a relationship?
Hell no.
Oh, you weren't looking
I mean, heck no, sir. No.
I wasn't either, honestly. I was just kind of chilling.
I was getting over a boy. So
I knew it.
A really bad boy. Like no, not a good relationship. And you were too. You had just broken up with what's her name, and oh, by the way, he wasn't just dating her. Ow! Don't pinch me. Huh? He wasn't just dating her. You were talking to a lot of girls.
Yeah, but I wasn't like that. Like it was like it's not like I was like out there and sleeping around or anything. Like
I know that.
Yeah. So you make it sound like cochino. So let's see. What were you worried about back then? Oh, did it? Yeah. This one right here?
Yeah.
no, bitches. What were you worried about back then? If you thought about it, like,
what was I worried about?
I wasn't really worried about anything because I wasn't.
Those were the days.
No, well, what I mean by that is I didn't have any ambitions or anything. I was just kind of floating through life because I didn't have anybody to like,
You didn't have
hey,
like a purpose.
I didn't have a purpose. Like I didn't have like anybody to like idolize. Like Gabe was my youth pastor and I kind of liked him a lot, which is why I was going to school. And it's like, okay, if he's doing it and he has a great life, then maybe if I do it, I would have a great life. And then even at that, like, I don't know, it's just I didn't really have any goals or any ambitions or anything. It was just kind of like day by day. I literally took it day by day, and just if I ate, I ate. If I didn't, I didn't. You know, I didn't have bills.
I just focused on school. I really wanted. I felt like I had disappointed my parents. Well, I knew I had disappointed my parents, and I felt like I needed to kind of make it up to them.
Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. Oh, let me drink this.
You don't even like that one.
I do like the watermelon one. Bloom. I love watermelon Bloom. Just throw it out there.
Sponsored by. Just kidding. No, so I felt like I had really disappointed my parents. Can you?
I have literally pretzeled myself, so that way I'm not even in your area. If y'all could see what I'm doing down here to like make her feel comfortable, because before we started, she was like, "You're in my space." I was just like, "Where do you want me to be?"
Anyways,
go ahead.
Yes, I felt like I had really like disappointed my parents, and I was just trying to make it up to them. I really didn't have like any other goals in mind. Just like make it up, do really good in school, and I was like really. I remember I was reliving the moment over and over again, and like kind of thinking to myself like what I could have done wrong. I mean, what I could have done differently, how I ended up in that situation, like what not to do, and just a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of things like that. So it wasn't a good moment for me. So I think I just for like a good 6 months to a year, that's what I was focused on, just trying to make it up to my parents.
You and your sweater.
Yeah, I had like this
blue jeans and a sweater, hot.
No makeup, hair up.
So that leads to the next thing. When did you first notice me?
Well, you go first.
I can't really specifically say it, but I do know what I saw. Like I saw you in blue jeans and a sweater, and I thought you were really pretty. But I also saw that you were like, it looked like you were sad, and I don't know. And it may sound cheesy, but I kind of saw myself in you. Like I saw somebody that like kind of felt like I felt like, and I didn't know how to explain what that was. Like honestly, if I could give it a word, I was like broken. Like I felt like you can relate to what I go through. Yeah, that's what it is. If I really think about it,
that's really sweet.
Yeah. What was it? My butt?
No.
She's so dumb. Go ahead. What? She did something.
But I didn't. I don't remember.
It's hard to like specifically. Like I remember certain things. Like I remember our first kiss.
Like a moment.
I remember us like on the stairs eating. I remember like little things.
The moment. Okay, I'll tell you. The moment you first made me have like butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a moment?
That's right.
So we were playing softball. I mean, you were playing softball and I was in the stands, and you had just gotten a haircut. Okay. And I was just like, he kind of cute or whatever.
Shabby. All right.
Which is kind of embarrassing because Elisa had a crush on you.
I know.
But I didn't have a crush on you in that moment.
But the haircut did it.
I was just like, okay, he's cute.
Oh my god. It. She settled for me. She's a settler.
Oh my god.
I'm the reacher.
Here we go. But yeah, I think that was like the day that like I felt like I had little butterflies, because I had met you officially the day that we went over to you and Steve's apartment.
Oh, movie night.
Yeah, because
I don't
even remember, but I had never like talked to you before then. That was like the first time we met.
I don't even know how we started talking.
Well, Elizabeth had.
Well, I know Steve that I would come over, right?
After that was the first time we met. That's the
first
time. Like, when
did we first like actually talk to each other?
That day.
Like, what did we say?
We were just talking about movies. It was like kind of like awkward.
Oh,
it was
conversation.
Like, yeah.
Well, I'm an awkward guy.
But you were like flirty a little.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh,
you thought I was cute.
Thought I was cute or whatever.
From there, yes, they would invite you over for dinner.
They would invite me over for dinner because they saw that I was starving.
And then after that, we were just like like just kind of talk in school, like every once in a while, just like say hi in class.
Yeah.
And then I don't honestly remember. I was just like very like, I mean, my friend had a crush on you. I wasn't trying to,
Savage. Oh, that's funny because it says, what was our first conversation in our first date?
We didn't really have a first date.
So the one thing I do remember is, I don't even know how it happened. I remember there was a bunch of guys we had at the clubhouse, and
it was after that softball game.
Oh, it was like April.
No, it was after a different softball game.
Elizabeth and everybody. April would give the best massages. That was the good thing. So, but everybody was leaving, and for some reason, me and you stayed. And so our first kiss, and
Elizabeth, no,
there's no way she was there, but she left.
Oh, that's right.
I'm like, there's no way she's there, and we're kissing.
No.
So we were laying on the couch, and we were Spider-Man.
Oh, we were talking.
And we were talking. We were just talking.
Yeah.
And then we kind of looked at each other and we kissed. And I thought that was cute. And our first kiss was a Spider-Man kiss. So that's actually not a bad story right there. What? It was a good story.
Yeah.
So and then I guess after that
to talk because it was awkward.
What was awkward?
Because of my friend.
Oh, I guess. I didn't care.
I cared.
Hey, you care. I didn't care.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just like little stuff. And then I guess like it was your birthday that we made it official. I saved your life. I saved your life. So we went to Corpus Christi, and there was a spot where it's very slippery and there's rocks on each side. And this dummy head over here is just like, da-di-da-di-da. And she's walking, and this wave comes and hits her, and she literally is about to fall off into the rock. And I like Superman, and I grabbed her, and I pulled her up. Man, we had some really romantic moments. And so I pulled her up, and I saved her life. And it was her birthday on the 5th of May, and that's when we got together. So it was a group trip. It was a bunch of us, and we got together that day. And then we had a bunch of like on and off times. But yeah, but that's when we...
Just so you know, my friend was okay, and she's still my friend to this day.
Yeah.
Our friend. She's happily married.
A bunch of little kids too. So that's kind of like our story and how we met. Now, did you have any? What were some, like it says green flags? Was there
green flags? Well, you saved my life.
Okay, that works, guys. Try it. Set it up.
Don't do that.
Oh no, you're gonna fall.
You were a really good listener.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Where did that guy go?
And you were a really good, like, you talked a lot. Like, I remember one time we were on the phone for, like, 6 hours.
We would talk on the phone. Yeah. I would have to wait till 9 for the 3 minutes. Yeah. And I would have to go to my neighbors to use their phone because I didn't have my own phone.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I would take the bus from San Antonio to Alice to go visit her on weekends, like, all the time. And
when I moved back,
luckily, her parents are cool about it. I don't know how they're so cool about that because I wouldn't. I was a boy. I'm like, I wouldn't have been cool.
Yeah.
But they were really nice to me. The green flags were you're just really nice. You were just really nice. You're just fun to be around. I had a great time. Like some of the greatest moments of our lives were like when we first met. Like our life is great now, but like I think those key things at the beginning, especially since we didn't have money. Like we had to figure things out to do stuff, and I think that's something we kind of lack now is that we don't figure things. Well, I don't figure things out. I try to, but like some of the greatest things we did is when we played Nintendo.
Yeah, that was cute.
So
tell them the story.
So they had a curfew, and boys could not be in the dorm past like 8, 9, something like that.
I think it was like 9 or 10. I don't remember.
But I wanted to hang out. I just wanted to hang out. So was it when we bought or somebody had the Nintendo?
I don't remember.
Was it Elizabeth's?
I think it might have been Yolanda's.
There was a Nintendo. There was an old Nintendo, not a Super Nintendo, just a Nintendo. And we used to play Super Mario on it.
Brothers 3.
Yeah. You gotta have the tail, you gotta fly. And we would sit there and we would just play the game all the time. And then what happens is they would kick me out, and I was just like, well, we're not done. And so what I did is I got the TV and I put it all the way up next to the window. We have pictures of this too. And we would pick up the window and we would put the controllers outside. I would put the chairs outside, and we would sit and keep playing. And that's how we would spend time together. We would play Nintendo. And so little things like that were just really fun. I honestly, for me, when I look back, I'm like, I found a friend. I found somebody that I didn't mind hanging out with. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the fun thing. It's like, I think people nowadays like.
But we started as friends.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Wait, I think you have to.
No, some people just start dating.
I wouldn't do that. I don't
just
recommend
started
it.
as friends.
If you do, you do. But like, I don't. How do you know you're compatible unless you like get to know somebody or just hang out with them?
I don't know. This is a different time.
No, swipe.
Yeah, it's a different time.
That's the one.
And
Anyways.
it's so crazy too because like, we were. I was 18, just turning 19.
Oh, you baby.
Yeah.
I was 19.
Yeah, you were 19.
Yeah, we're only a little bit less than a year.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy too because like I think that's why we broke up so many times.
Because we were so young.
Because we were young, we were dumb.
Well, that's what it's asking for. Red flags.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of ourselves.
What's the red flags then? My anger.
Yeah.
My anger was a big red flag.
You're a very angry guy.
I was.
You were kind of obsessed.
Yes. Very much. Like, how did that not scare you away?
I don't know.
Like I would text her all the time. Yeah. Hey, where you at? Who you with? I was a little crazy guy because I got my heart broken so many times by these girls, and honestly, it probably was my fault because I was very not obsessed, but like what's like it called?
Controlling.
Yeah, controlling too. All the bad things, and I'm just like I didn't know what it meant to be in a relationship.
I'm still friends with like most of the people from school, but like I see two of my friends more regularly, and because they live here in San Antonio, and we were just talking about that the other day, and they're like, "Man, he's come a long way." I remember.
Well, is that from like recently, from like my whole 6 year?
No, they've known you from like. Oh yeah. She was like, I never would have thought you were Little Mario.
Yeah, they call me Little Mario.
Because he had just like the one.
Yeah, I didn't have a beard or anything. I had a whole mustache, and then they have a picture of me on the beach like running and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then we played some Mario.
They were there when we were first. Well, it was Janet. She was the only one there. I don't think Cindy went with us to the beach.
Janet wears a helmet. Just wanted to put that in there. Inside joke. But anyways, so
sorry.
Red flags. Was it just?
Yeah, just a little bit on the. Controlling, angry.
But why did you put up with it?
I don't know.
Were you just lonely and just needed somebody around?
No.
No, okay.
No. I had a few interested. I had a few boys interested. I
bet.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I know.
But I
smashed every one of their faces.
But like, I don't know. It was just. I can't explain
Did you see a future with me?
I don't think I was thinking that far.
I don't think I was either. I was just asking.
Yeah, no.
Now I think like that.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking that far. I remember, like my friends were like, "Okay, well maybe you guys shouldn't be together."
Man, we would fight all the time.
My parents were like, my mom was like, maybe you should not.
Maybe he's a little crazy. Yeah, I had a very poor upbringing. I did not know what a relationship was. I did not know how to act in a relationship. Plus, I was very angry and a bunch of other stuff, and so that's what I keep telling people. So like Sary put up with me.
Question: yes. If we have a daughter, and she is dating, and she was dating someone like you were.
No.
Back in the day. Wow.
No. Because now I know what it means. Now to be understanding in what a boy may have been through, yes. Would you like to be friends with my daughter as we get to know you? Great. But you will not date my daughter unless you're ready to be dating my daughter. Like, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but he at least needs to have the direction to know Christ is the outline of what a man is, and he needs to be following that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I see it. Again, I don't have a daughter, but I've thought about it multiple times. I'm like, if her dad didn't give me the chance, like, where would we be? Mm-hmm. You know? And so, but look at me now. I'm just saying, saying.
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, same thing. Why did you decide to keep? I wasn't gonna walk in the park. I was a little crazy.
I fall in love very fast. I'm very attached. No. But it was different with you over time. Wait, give me that face. I want to know what you heard.
So it could have just been any girl?
No, because any girl would any girl would have put up with me. No. No, because
and that's the end of today's podcast.
Yeah. No, but like I said originally, like all the other girlfriends, I've never had fun like I did with you. I never felt like a friend to them. I just felt like kind of just there. Like I was just a boyfriend just to have a boyfriend.
Like you were being used?
Being used, or like, there was like, you have to be dating somebody when you're in high school. It was just,
Oh.
just there. Like we never, and the other thing too, I never got to do things with them, like go out or do anything or just hang out. Like me and you actually got to hang out and get to know each other.
I can give you the deep reason as to why.
Hmm.
I mean, I was just
Why what?
like why I felt like I kept coming back to you.
Because I'm like a drug to you.
Calm down, Edward Cullen. No, for real.
What?
I just felt like you saw me, like, and you cared about me, like, genuinely. Did you have some not so great?
I think I overcare, and I just comes off as excessive, which is still bad. But I generally care for people.
Yeah,
And
no,
I wanted you.
but so because like, I mean, I was very young. Yes, both of us were.
You look the same, babe. You really do.
I don't. But like the other boys or whatever, they were like you said, just looking for a girlfriend or looking for a girl to just have in their lives or just have in general. And you like saw past the mask. Like you saw past all of my smoke screens, and like you've always been like that. You've always understood me and seen me, you know what I mean, when I'm not doing well, when I am doing great. You see me through Christ's eyes, even back then. Yeah.
Well, tears. Well, that's actually funny. The next part is it's like
I
when.
keep going.
No, you're fine.
I'm
It
sorry.
says, when was the moment you thought this was serious? We kind of talked about that. For me, I told Sary, it was our first kiss. It was our first kiss.
I wouldn't have known it. You freaking kept breaking up with me.
It happens when it happens. I honestly, I would break up with you because, again, I was very emotional. My emotions drove me like crazy. Like I had no self-control over my emotions. Like I would feel rage all the time. I would, feel sad all the time, and I just lashed out on whoever was around me, and you were the one that was always around me, But I knew for sure though, like you were the one I wanted to be with.
For life?
Yeah. Well, because it didn't take long for me to propose. It was 3 years, but like it was on and off 3 years, and it was just like, you have to really think about it. We didn't spend a lot of time together because you live in a different city.
Only for a year.
But then after that, you would, and like the whole summers, you would be out to Frio. I wouldn't see you all summer.
That's true.
Like we really didn't spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Like, it was very sporadic.
Yeah, that's true.
But we would talk. I think that actually helped our relationship. And I would want, like, I'm like, where is she still working? Like, God.
Those are freaking. You didn't understand until you actually worked.
Yeah, I went to work out the Frio, and that place is hard.
That you worked really hard.
I'm tickling my throat.
So, when did I first know? I think I knew it was serious. I think it was like I had just come back. I had just come back from this first summer of me working out the Frio. So I was entering my second semester at BUA. And I remember you had dumped me via text.
Don't blame. Hey, I was being efficient.
And I was very like, okay, well, it didn't work out. We'll still be friends. He's friends with everybody. It's not a big deal. I wasn't like, eh. And you and I like both looked at each other, and I was like, hi, and you were like, hi. I'm like, how are you? Like it was very like we're trying to be cordial, and you couldn't stop smiling at me, and I couldn't stop smiling at you, and I was
you always make me smile.
And I was like, I don't remember. It was just like a very like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
I think we said that too at one time. I was like, hey, I don't think this is gonna work. Like I'm like trying to not text her and stuff.
I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. And then I just knew that like you were a little crazy, but you were my crazy.
I'll take it. Yeah, I was, and that's funny because it says what's the hardest part. People don't see, like, what's the hardest season we've had. All of it. No. I always say it's always the first 3 years before we got married, but honestly, when we got married, it was hard too. But hard for different reasons. Like the first 3 years for me, it was hard because we were trying to understand what our relationship was. Like boundaries that weren't set, emotions that weren't reigned.
We were also young. Like we were freaking kids, man.
That's kids?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
guess.
we had just like literally just started
Well,
out
I
in
think you
life.
say kids, but I'm over here thinking like I moved out of my house when I was like 15. Like
Yeah.
I'm over here already trying to fend for myself, you know. And then
I did it.
yeah, I know. But the other season is like after we got married. It was hard for a different reason. Now I didn't understand that I'm responsible for her and she needs to eat. I'm like, she needs a house, she needs somewhere to live, she needs gas in her car, and I'm just like, I gotta work. I don't want to work. And so yeah, that was a whole first half of our marriage was just difficult, just to survive.
Well, I think also at that
Thank
point,
God your parents were around.
I
Your
think
parents like bailed us out a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, and I don't think we had like my parents have always been really hardworking people, and you know they figured life out. They've done so much for me and so much for us. I just don't think either like they communicated that or educated us in that because like I just didn't, or maybe I just didn't grasp it because like my parents were always like, you have to go to school first. You have to go to school first
Not
for
mine.
you to be able to have. You need an education for you to be able to work.
We should have a podcast with your dad and then your mom. And it's like, why did you let him take her? Like, what were you thinking?
Right?
What did you
What
see
did
in
you-
him that was like, hey, you're totally responsible enough to take care of my daughter?
And that's the thing. It's like I don't know.
It
Like
was just faith, I
I
guess.
guess, but I remember you know
Our first apartment and stuff.
yeah we just like we've always liked nicer things.
Oh yeah,
And your philosophy was like, we'll make it. We'll make more money. It's
we'll
fine.
figure it out. I still have the same philosophy. I'm like, we'll figure it out. I'm a little bit more.
And it's like, we
disciplined.
can, but we still have to be good stewards of our
Yes,
time and our
that's
money.
what I've learned over the years.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't know. I feel like we were learning as we were going. So there was just a lot of failures at the beginning.
A lot, but I think that's what's got us like again. Our marriage isn't perfect. Like we're in marriage counsel right now. We go to a group and everything that we started. It's been great. We're learning
really
new things.
Good.
Yeah. But for the most part, if I was to rate our marriage, I would say we're like 8 or 9 out of 10.
Dang! Don't tell me. You weren't supposed to tell me what you rated. Remember, you're supposed to rate it for the group.
When?
Did you forget to scan the QR code and rate
I did not scan the QR code.
Well, don't put.
What did you rate?
In there. I can't tell you.
A 7.
No.
A 6.
No.
Or 9.
No.
9.5.
No.
10.
No.
Woo! 10 out of 10.
No.
Oh, okay. Dang, what did I know? What did I get?
Well, you skipped a whole number.
8?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I said 8.
No.
Oh, okay. Dang, I got an 8. That's only a B plus. No, it's not even a B plus. That's like a regular B. Did you see that in California they want to lower the grades to where an F is a 0 to 24? Yeah, so if you can get like 25, you're passing.
Okay.
Anyways, so
different conversation.
Yeah, different conversation. So
what was the question?
So the hardest season that we had, and it says, what is the most broken? Distance, money, stress, family, or communication? All of the above.
Yeah. I think for us, honestly,
Money.
like, no, I don't think money was things that made it hard. I think it was communication because you did not know how to communicate your frustrations, which led to depressive seasons.
I thought you were gonna say episodes. I was like, no, there were seasons.
Yeah, seasons. And which made it difficult for you to work or for you to want to have that reason to.
I didn't understand. Like, I feel like, again, just like in college, like I was just wandering around. I didn't have a goal or anything to purpose, like to strive towards. So I knew I wanted to marry her, but I didn't know what I wanted that to look like. So I had nothing to get me there. So I was just like, oh, we're married. Great. Check. You know? Yeah. And that's kind of...
No, I agree.
You're like, I totally agree.
I think...
that makes so much sense.
I was more like... I don't know if I just... like, because I remember thinking, holy crap, we're getting married. I was really overwhelmed, but very excited.
What did you think about on our wedding day?
I was so happy. I was so excited. Yeah.
Yeah.
I cried the entire time.
I still like... I was like, how did we even get married? And a lot of people in the church paid for some stuff. And I was just like, how did that even happen? And then it's funny because after the wedding, we were leaving. We're like in our car and we're gone. And then you look at me and you're like, where we're going? I was like, I have no idea. Like I forgot that there was a honeymoon after that. I'm like, I have no idea.
He was in charge of one thing.
I don't even remember that.
Thing.
And so, and we didn't have money. And so what we did is we stopped at the gas station and I got the box that where people would put money in. And I was like, okay, we have money. Because if not, we didn't have any money. We have money. Let's go to Refugio.
I think you booked it like during the
reception. No, we booked it in the car.
No, we didn't.
I thought we did.
No.
Well,
I think you probably went outside.
Yeah,
when they were loading the gifts.
Maybe I was looking for a hotel or something. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah.
Everything was.
But it was nice. It was like we saw the water and stuff.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
It was like random. It was like a random little hotel. But it's cute.
I made up for it. I've taken her to New York several times now and done some things. I'm like, we're pretty good. So
calm down. Nobody's judging you.
Hopefully going to join Japan this year. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think I really would like to try some matcha from Japan.
Yeah, but I say all that if you're watching still, we had no idea what we're doing. So if you even have an inkling of like which direction you want, you're doing good. Yeah, you're doing better than us.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like I think communication. Was probably the reason why.
A lot of it.
Yeah. If not communication and fear.
I think communication and understanding about like what we even wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we took what other people said to like heart versus what God said.
What way?
Like I feel like you would be told, okay, you should do this, you should do that by people that you respected with the best intentions, but that wasn't the path that God wanted you to take.
I would grasp onto anything and everything that could make money or could provide for us. So that way, like I had several people that had their own business, and I would go to work for them, or I was try a new job.
You were just trying to figure things out. Anything.
And again, I tell you, but you disagree. I was trying to find the easiest thing to do that didn't take a lot of effort because I didn't want to work. Like
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, I didn't want to work. Like I had this mentality because my dad wouldn't work at sometimes. Like once he got to a certain point, he just stopped working, and my mom took care of everything. So in my household, you figure it out. You know, my mom would take care of us and do everything for us. So I was like, in my head, I'm probably also thinking like, well, she'll take care of it. And I didn't understand that the man had a role to play. So I had to figure that out. And so that makes sense. That alone was a lot, you know. So, but that being said,
so that was the hard.
What do you wish you knew then that you know now? If I could tell my younger self one thing, or if I could tell couples starting out one thing, either one.
If I could tell my younger self one thing, wait, about you or like just about life?
It can be about me, about yourself, or about our marriage, like how we started, where we're at now. Like if you can go back and be like, hey, younger self, you're about to get married or you're about to meet this boy. What would you say?
I would tell her about me, about the woman that I've become. I would tell her what God has taught me. I would combat the religiousness and the ideology of who God was to her. Because I feel like all of the decisions I've made, the mistakes I've made in my life, the things that have kept me from growth have all been rooted back to that. About this false ideology of who God is, thinking that I have to perform a certain way or be a certain way or, you know, do certain things. I have to do that in order to get love, in order to get, you know, happiness, I have to be strong for God to bless me. I have to be a certain way for God to love me or for anybody to love me. I think that all of that was just one big smoke screen to just combat the fear of being alone, of being rejected. You know what I mean? So it's just like, if I could change anything, I would change that, because then I would get to the part where I am with Christ now faster. Because at the end of the day, I love you. I love our family. I love everything. But God's the most important part of my life.
Yes.
So amen. I think I would do that. because then I would understand better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I like that. It's funny. I would kind of say the same thing too, and people are gonna probably think like, because we're Christians. Some
We're
people
crazy.
watching this are probably like, well, how does that help me if I'm not a Christian? I would hope it kind of opens up to the world where you see two people here that have been married for quite a long time, and we have not had an easy time. But the one constant thing in our life is that we knew there was a God. We may not have understood the whole thing.
I still don't.
We
still don't.
mess up and misinterpret a lot of stuff. But as we continue to like grow in the knowledge of Him and take ownership of that, I think that's the thing I would tell my younger self is like, hey, don't let people tell you who God is or who
Yes.
Jesus is. Go find out for yourself.
Yeah.
And the struggle part with that is that I used to be a youth pastor, but I don't think I would spend enough time in the Word that I thought I did. Like the time I spend now, like I'm literally listening to Bible, like in my car as I drive, almost 24/7. When I'm laying down, watching a movie, opening my Bible, doing studies, like I can say I probably would put 20%, and even that 20% got us through this. Can you imagine if I would put in more? And again, not work. Time together with God.
But you know what? Yes, because I remember you would sit at the kitchen table and you had your books
God.
and
hanging out with
you
him.
had all of, but I think it was a different type of study. So I think you were studying to know more, to prove yourself to the church.
Yes.
And this time you're not proving it to anybody.
Yeah.
You are just wanting to know more about Him.
I had a
what I mean?
I had a big complex of having value.
Yeah.
I felt like I had no value, that nobody wanted me.
You were made to feel that way.
Yes, yeah.
By a lot of different people.
Yeah, and then I think that's the other reason that I really attached to you, because I'm like, she likes me? Like, this beautiful girl, like, wants to spend time with me, and, like, I want to give her everything. And that's why I come off a little crazy, because I'm just like, I want to give her everything. And
okay,
so,
I come off crazy all the time. I still do.
So that's what I would say is like, I would tell my younger self is like, because out of that, I think would fix a lot of the issues. Like out of that, I would know what a man was supposed to do. I would know what my responsibilities are. I would know where my fear needs to stop. I would know that He's my provider. I wouldn't chase money so much. I would know that He's going to take care of a lot of things. And then even in those hard moments that I don't understand, He's still a good God. And that's a hard one. And because I think that's the biggest one, like in our marriage over the years, is that those seasons of silence that were just like, He's not here.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when major things would happen in our lives, we're just like, where's God? No, you're good. Bless you. We're like, where's God? And then we get bitter and we get resentful. And then, it just caused a lot of issues. Gesundheit. Purple elephant. Sneezing McGee over here. So
I don't know what.
But we're gonna wrap it up a little bit. Rapid fire questions. You have 1 minute to answer. Who do you think fell in love first?
You.
Yes, I think so too. Who said I love you first?
You.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a picture of who I am. Biggest pet peeve early on. You didn't answer your phone.
Oh yeah, I still don't.
I know. Oh my God.
I still don't. Biggest pet peeve. You're so bossy.
Then or now?
Both. That hasn't gone away.
Who's more emotional?
Me.
Who's more stubborn?
You.
Most embarrassing moment together.
Embarrassing
we have
moment
a lot
together. Oof.
Your 30th birthday. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Embarrassing moment to get like.
I don't even know
that we've done stuff?
I guess we're stupid, so we're kind of.
I don't think we've been embarrassed a lot.
I don't think, because even if we do something dumb, we're having fun.
We're together,
so
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Closing. What's one thing you appreciate about our story?
I was like, why closing? I don't know why I immediately went to real estate. I was like, closing what?
Speaking of which, no. What's one thing you appreciate about our story? I like that it's not perfect.
I was just gonna say that.
Samesies.
I was just gonna say that.
I like that it's not perfect. I like that, honestly, like, there's a lot of people that would love a perfect story, but just like just like any good movie, like there's gonna be bumps in the road, and I think
Ours is more of
having
a roller coaster.
yeah
But
having especially with your spouse going through life in those hard seasons, like it really makes you stronger if you are willing to stick it out and get to the other side. And we're still on the other side. Like we have a whole other half of our life to live. Like we're just halfway through if you really think about it.
we're not halfway through.
Like we're halfway
We're not
there.
even more than. I mean,
Well,
we still have more time.
I'm rounding up, rounding down. I don't know, one of those two. But I think that's gotten us closer together. Even though there's been seasons where we're like, we're not even on the same page. But looking back at like right now, we're kind of on the same page right now, and we're looking back a little bit, and we're like, now I understand that, and that's made me better to figure out this.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing that I love most about our story is that no matter how down we were there together.
Yeah.
Like we just, was it hard? Yes. Was it
people don't even know.
Was it dramatic? Yes.
Very.
But
those poor walls.
We stuck through it together. Yeah. Like I think there was maybe a couple of times where we were like, no, we're not gonna make it. But it was more of like fear.
There was times that I left. Like I literally packed my bags and went out the door. I remember Rigo would have to call me or Steven would have to call me. Just once. I was very emotional.
Yeah. But it was more of like, I don't think you actually meant.
No, I wanted to play the victim so you can come again.
I can see through that.
I was a little girl. Like I wanted you to come and swift me away off my feet and tell me everything's okay. Like I had a very misunderstanding of what the man was.
Yeah.
I wanted to play the victim because I wanted somebody to say, "Hey, I love you. You're important. Come back." You know.
And I think the favorite thing, the thing that I appreciate is that even though we had a lot of lows, like I can still see the growth. I can see the glow up. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Anybody who knows us and who's known us for a long time, can like, really appreciate what God has done, not just in our marriage, but in us as individuals and how we've changed.
And we're still working.
And you know, I feel like, I know it's gonna sound weird, but like when Pastor was saying, I hope you have a hard year, because hard brings out grit, and it brings out like
the Bible says that too.
Yeah, like it forces you to change, it forces you to persevere. And like right now, we're having a hard time. Not in our relationship per se, but just in the things that we thought were gonna be easier.
Yeah.
And the things that I honestly never saw that coming. I never saw starting a family as like this thing that was just not going to come. I never I mean like just I never thought that was going to be hard, because I say that I'm like, we don't have kids yet. I always say that, but yeah, I wasn't expecting to do that. And I think walking around and figuring out how to work through your day with so much pain is just really like, it's been humbling. It has brought about some grit.
Yeah.
And you know, like watching him like go through the season, and I know he sees me and how much I'm in pain, and to see him like actually care and like really just care for me, like it's just one of my favorite things. Like it's kind of like there's rubble and there's stuff growing through it. You know what I mean?
Am I the one going through it, or am I the rubble?
No, we're the stuff growing through it.
Cool. All right. Cool. This is why I keep her around, because I would not make it this far without her. What is the last question? What is one thing you want to protect in our marriage now?
Us.
Well, yeah.
Like our relationship. Just like
I think our friendship.
Because we're friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds corny, but we are.
I think also like you can go too far with it, because there's times where I like treat her like a roommate and I'm just joking too much. And I've had to learn. I've had to learn to dial stuff back. Like being friends is great. Being roommates is not great. She's still my wife, and I've had to learn those boundaries and what that means. But
Yeah.
I still would like to protect our friendship because, again, I know like a true friend, she's there for me. I know she's, we're gonna joke around and have a great time together. I hear all the time with marriages, it's just like, I don't even want to be around you. You drive me nuts and this and that. And Sari doesn't really drive me nuts all the time. Like she
catch those words. Doesn't really
all
all the time.
We're working on it. We're working on it. But for the most part, like I would like to protect that because if I could throw one more thing too, to my younger self, for men, effort. Effort is something I had to learn the hard way. Because no matter
after
what,
marriage, yes.
No matter
because before marriage, there was a lot of effort.
No. I don't. So effort in every way. So effort in winning the girl, keeping her heart, protecting her, but effort in just like life in general. Like it's not gonna be easy if you want that great job, or you want to build that business, or you want to just have a great marriage. You want to get closer to God. You want to have a good body. You want to be healthy. It all takes effort. Like everything. Nothing in this world comes on a silver platter.
Yeah.
It takes effort, like how to manage your emotions, how to just everything boils down to effort. And we as men steer away from effort because we are cursed, because Adam just stood there when Eve was being tempted. We were cursed. We think work is a curse, but actually it's the first thing that God gave Adam. Was like, here, before he even gave him a wife, he's like, go work and take care of the land. And then he gave him the wife. And then when he was cursed, he's like, hey, you're cursed that your work is not going to be as fruitful as it was before. That doesn't mean it's not going to be fruitful. It's just going to be harder, more effort. But we think, oh, work is a curse. And it's not. So work in any aspect of your life is not a curse. It's a blessing that you even have it to work on to begin with. And so, again, perspective on how I see things has been something I would highly suggest. But anything else you want to add on to that? You want to say anything? No? I think this was fun. I totally forgot that I saved your life. I'm expecting a steak dinner tonight. No?
Dang. You just had a steak dinner.
I know. I want another one.
And the night before.
I like steak. But guys, we really appreciate you hanging out with us. The shorts have been doing great. Share this to somebody. Share this to somebody that you think might need this. Again, we're not perfect. We are just answering God's calling, because I feel like when people are actually vulnerable and honest about life, you won't feel as bad as like, I don't have it all together, because none of us do. Honestly, the whole reason we need Jesus is because we can't do it by ourselves. We don't have it all together. I'm trying to hold life together in my hands, and I'm just like, it's not working out. I need the God of the universe to hold life in his hands. He can take it all. Yeah. And so hopefully this gives you the vulnerability to understand that you need him just as we do. And I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys next week. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.